afternoon, ma'am. So, as you are going to organize the theatre festival in Guwahati, so tell me something about the idea behind organizing the festival.
You see, when I came back after a 5-month stint in the US on a Fulbright fellowship, and we were doing theatre studies basically. I was teaching theatre and visiting the theatre. I saw around 50 plays, and I was fresh back from there. And I met Swapnil Bharali and Sunil Jain of G Plus, and they were toying with this idea of doing a theatre festival, bringing other groups from across India to Guwahati. And so when we got talking, and the germ of the idea was sort of born, and we talked some more about it across a month or so, and then we said, okay, fine, finally we will do it, so let's go ahead. Then we started shortlisting which plays, which groups we want, and so on. And yeah, that's how it started.
Please tell me about what would be the highlights of the plays, like theatre festival. Is there any particular kind of genre that you are I mean different kind of genres you are including?
I don't know in terms of genre, but we do have specific kinds of plays here. So we've tried to. One, of course, is that there was a certain kind of limitation. We had initially thought we'll get a lot of cross spectrum, across the whole spectrum. We'd get plays from Marathi and Gujarati and other languages as well. But then that would have required a huge amount of money. So when we had a limited budget, we didn't get too many sponsors on board. But whatever we had, we decided, okay, with whatever limited resources we have, let's get the best, most well-known big-ticket performers, because this is the first edition of this festival. We hope to do it every year, and then we were planning to make it much more broad-based. But so this year we thought, let's start with a bang, and so we talked to Rajat and Vinay for Hamlet the Clown Prince, which is again has done very well, has had wonderful reviews across the world. They just performed in New York, I think, last month. And then, of course, the big iconic play we were all looking at was the Vagina Monologues. So we spoke to them, they came on board as well. Then we spoke to Kalki, and so we now have 2 productions from her team. Ashwin Gidwani, who's again another very well-known group from Mumbai. They are doing a Hindi play with Saurav Shukla, and it's a sex comedy. So we have that. So that's why your genres are it's all different. We're trying to do it all different types of plays within these 2 languages of English and Hindi. So we have a dark comedy in the living room. You have a deconstructed Hamlet. We have Two to Tango, which is a sex comedy. We have Vagina Monologues, which is absolutely a feminist text. And on the same day, we're going to have The Truths of Womanhood, which is a solo act by Kalki Teklan, who's actually, again, it's about women. And so that day is almost a kind of dedication to women and the voices of women, so to speak. And we end the play, all the plays with One on One, which is by Rajat Kapoor and Sharnaz Patel and their crew, All Great. That's a 9-piece play, which means they have sort of 9 short plays in one collage. So yes, much of it is experimental. Some of them are sort of not so experimental, but the content might be dark. So we have a comedy, we have a farce, we have a sex comedy, we have feminist plays. So yes, so it's a large variety.
Okay, very nice to know about it. And now I'd like to know from you, do you think that theatre in Guwahati has come of age?
Theatre in Guwahati was always of age. Not just Guwahati, we have to refer to Assam as such. From the 14th century onwards, we have proper theatre. We have the Onkian art, and you have Shankardev's creations. You have hundreds and thousands of tribal performances, folk performances. Because one thing we sort of fail to understand is that when we're talking about Indian theatre, we are almost always referring to a kind of tapestry of performing arts, which is not so very diverse. It's not just natak and dance and a song performance, because all of these again are in terms of performance art are have very old roots in Assam, as they do in India and the rest of India.
Now, what do you think about the local theatre of Assam, as we have the mobile theatre here in Assam?
That is an actually unique phenomenon, very, very unique to our space here, because I don't think in the history of the mobility of theatres, we all know that theatre groups were mobile, the Tamasha, the Notankis, the Parsi theatre, these were all mobile groups, but they've all sort of died out now. It is only here, even the Jatra, for example, in Bengal was quite a dynamic kind of entity. But then it is only with the mobile theatre of Assam that you actually have a phenomenon where theatre makes money. It is able to pay big money to its stars. There is a star system here as well. They have huge infrastructure, and they have they sell out all their shows. People buy season tickets every day. They go and watch theatre. So you see, when people start doing that, that entire idea of watching theatre becomes a live, immediate kind of phenomenon, and it's magical. It's only then that the people are going to go out and look for good theatre to watch. So yes, in that sense, theatre, particularly mobile theatre in Assam, is so very unique.
I agree, Lucy. And finally, I'd like to know about the play Vagina Monologue. I think everybody is waiting eagerly to know about it and to watch it, of course.
Yeah, I'm so glad we could bring this play here this time. It is probably one of the first plays that popped into my mind, because it's something that I wanted to see myself. Haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to that. The play itself, as such, the author is Eve Ensler. It's a play that has been adapted and retold by many, many, many women's groups across the world. So it's not a static text. It's a text that, Eve Ensler probably wrote the first text, and it's always adapted and changed itself and made itself at home in the culture where the play is performed. And Naibanu Modi Kotwal is the person who's been doing this play in Mumbai and traveling all across India as well, with this particular version of the Vagina Monologues, where you have 5 women from ages 75 to 26 sitting on stage and talking about some of the most not to be talked about things in life. And the name probably suggests what it means. You see, sexuality, especially in terms of women, is not something that people talk about. We'd rather talk in hushed voices or not talk about it at all. But this is a play where you have 5 women sitting on stage and stoutly talking about what it means to be a woman, what it means to do things in terms of your sexuality. So referencing sexuality as a takeoff point. And I think that is obviously why it is so often referred to as a radical feminist play, which it is probably. You don't do these things in quote-unquote orthodox societies, but then I'm so extremely happy that this play has been doing so well across India, which actually also speaks well of our democracy, of the way it's been accepted. Yeah.
So thank you, ma'am, for spending time for us, and I look forward for a good audience as well as success of your theatre festival. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anindita.